Greetings, everybody. Welcome to the Tuesday Tirade Entertainment Talk Show with myself and Tom Connors of Midnight's Edge After Dark, Mead Radio 1, Mead Radio 2, Midnight's Edge Archives, Midnight's Edge Espanol, and Midnight Snacks. How are you doing today, Tom?
I like turtles.
Okay. I'm a big fan, too.
I got some turtle stuff.
Yep. Oh, looky turtle stuff. Wait, I got to make it bigger.
It's an accessory set.
Ooh.
So it has all these neat little goodies for the turtles to play with.
Oh. I feel bad for sending you that list of turtle toys that came out. I have a feeling you're gonna.
And that goes nicely with these, of course, which I've already showed, but I have two of them now, so now I can open one, so I'll have to do a video. But,
that'll be fun. You should do an open video, an unboxing.
We'll take a look at the accessories and all that business.
Olaf says that you have a new channel I didn't know about. Is this true? You have a new channel I didn't know about?
I guess.
Olaf says, what did Olaf say? Where'd it go? Oh, yeah, here it is. Midnight Cats.
I like cats.
There you go. All right. Let's say hi to some folks, and then we can get started talking.
I wish I could hook all the cats.
Union of Amateur Strategists is out there. I almost said strategists. We got Crusader Lion hanging out. Morgan King is here. 30-minute notification. I'm glad that you got a notification. Elizabeth, greetings. Thanks for being here. Saw you this morning.
I went to the store to get dog food today.
Yeah.
You know what I saw?
No.
They already had fucking Valentine's and Easter shit out.
We're not even at New Year's yet.
I know. It's like, what the fuck?
It's crazy. You know, they have to get it out early, Tom, because, I mean, otherwise they sit on it. I'm interested to see what's getting deeply discounted right now at the stores, but I'm not interested enough to go to the store. You know what I mean? I try to avoid.
You said deep discount.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. You were making that dirty, weren't you? Trying to anyway.
You mean it's not? We got Willie in the house. We got Dragon Master 360. We got Union of Amateur Strategists. We have D-Bud Martin. Yes, I said Easter, my friend. Easter. I could have bought some of the peanut butter eggs already.
Oh, really? Those are good.
I know, right? But I still have a bag of the fucking trees.
Keith, I hope you're doing well, my friend. It's been quite a while. I hope
Keith.
Okay. Been a minute.
So we got Tina, and she said, yeah, had Valentine's Day before Christmas. Target and Walmart did.
That is so messed up. It's so messed up. Master Sidearms is out there. Good to see you, Master Sidearms. Did I fix the volume? Nope. But I will. I get to it. I'm actually going to revamp the intro, Tom. And I'm going to change the thumbnail picture.
We get a new season intro.
Yeah, I'm gonna be working on it. Yeah. Hopefully in the next couple weeks we'll have the brand new stuff up and running. Willie's here. What's up, Willie?
As long as you make me dance like Michael Jackson, I don't give a shit.
Lord Trinan Crimpus Jeebus Strategery. Mama say, Mama say, Mama say, Mama say, Mama say. Sorry. So great. Karen at 82. Look at these wonderful humans. You guys are amazing. You're amazing. Yeah, Target's already doing that, clearing out Christmas candy and deco. 60% off more stuff to consume. Yeah, I'm not.
Indeed.
I am no longer a good little consumer. I realize that
I'm
this
too
year.
much of a consumer.
No, believe me, dude. 5 more years, you'll stop buying stuff. Just be like, I got too much.
Running out of space.
Yeah, it's like I got too much stuff.
Need a bigger house for all my stuff.
Yeah.
We go out. What's the first thing we do? Trying to find a place to put our stuff.
That's true. You sound like Carlin.
That was from Carlin. That's why.
That's why I said that. Guy. All right. Let's just get it out of the way because I know you're going to hang out with Mr. H, aren't you?
As soon as we're done here, yeah, probably.
Yeah, that's what I figured. 06 says, I'm going to fix the volume and update the thumbnail. Culture Casino.
He probably said the same thing in 2021. Exactly.
Yeah. That might be true, 6. I will get there.
I quit bitching because my hearing has been so damaged that it doesn't matter no more.
I saw somebody pop in the chat.
I see a lot of people pop in the
chat. I know, we have a lot of people here. It's good to see everybody. If I didn't click on your name, it wasn't because we didn't want to. Novella Princess says Tom has to buy all the Blu-rays. That's actually quite true.
Yeah.
6 likes everything now, so maybe I shouldn't change it. I always think this is an amazing thing that 6 has for an avatar. That is really cool. All right, what was I doing? Oh, let's get it out of the way. Let's get it all the way out of the way. Let's get Avatar out of the way. Tom, you want to get it out of the way?
Sure. Let's rip that Band-Aid off.
All right. Here it is. The Way of Water, as of now.
That's what I think of that.
At the end of today's money, once it's all done, all is said and done, today's money, the film will be over $1 billion.
You think so?
Yeah. Right now it's sitting at 955.
You think it made another 955 today?
No.
Or I mean another 50 today, 45 today?
I think by the time it's all said and done, Tuesday numbers will put this worldwide.
How much did it make yesterday?
Over $1 billion. Well, let's look at that, Tom. Okay. And it actually beat what has been happening in films. It went towards the top of the cone. Because if you go towards the bottom of the cone, you're doomed. Doomed, I say. But yeah, it made domestically yesterday $31.5 million. So it's Discount Tuesday. What do you think it makes today?
Don't care.
I say it makes at least as much. Today. 30 million plus. That's just domestic. Internationally, it just has to pull another 15 to 20. Yep, I think it hits $1 billion by the end of the day. The question is, will it make $1.5 billion? Will it make $2 billion? When will people start to stop thinking that this is kind of a failure? Because you know who was talking about this was our buddy Chris Gore. You know, the guy that you want to grow up to be like someday. He and Alan were talking about the fact that a lot of people still consider this underperforming. $660 million internationally.
Compared to Spider-Man, let's see.
You want to see compare it to Spider-Man?
Yep.
All right. We'll look at Spider-Man. No Way Home.
Well, it has to do just about that good.
It's way behind Spider-Man. 11 days in, domestic for Spider-Man was $495 of $500 million. This is not quite $300 million. It's $200 million behind. Interesting.
And what was Spider-Man's ending box office?
Spider-Man was domestic 804. Global 1.9.
Exactly. That's pretty much where Avatar 2 has to land.
So it needs $1 billion more.
I'll give it the leeway of 1.5. Even though Cameron said 2.
All right. Well, let's add it. Let's add another culprit in here that I think it's actually mimicking. This is what I thought it was pacing. Top Gun Maverick. And it's pacing it. Look at this. Look, it's still kind of pacing Top Gun Maverick. See?
Top Gun Maverick's a summer movie, though. See, that's the thing, is everybody keeps wanting to compare it to a movie that is, in my opinion, not the same thing.
I understand. But it's within $2 million of Top Gun Maverick.
Well, they better hope it makes as much as Top Gun Maverick. I don't care. I have no horse in this race. I really don't give a shit. I did not like the first one, and I don't care. I'll be glad when the next thing comes along so I don't have to talk about it no more. I really, really do.
I have a question though. What do you think about Megan? Do you think that's going to upset the apple cart?
It might. I've seen it trending more. I've seen more viral videos about it. I thought it was rated R, but if it's actually PG-13, then it's got a shot. I'm willing to bet it'll knock Avatar off the top spot for at least 1 week. If not, Scream will. Although I hated the last one. But...
You think Scream? It's 6, right? Is it 6 or 7?
It's 6.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. I know this. I know that Babylon crashed and burned pretty hard. The film needs to make $250 million to break even. I think it made $5 million. We can look at that in a minute. But I thought this was an interesting way to look at it. I don't know. For what it's worth. 1.5 billion, I think, is an easy number to hit. 2 billion is going to be much, much harder. And if we are to take James Cameron at his word, that's what it's going to need to earn. Looks like Deadline agrees with me too on whether or not it's going to start to make $1 billion today. Grab that real quick. Boom, boom. Yeah, Avatar: Way of Water jumps to 955 million worldwide. Kathy asks, is this the new Avatar movie Dances with Wolf but in water? Yes. Yes. Megan actually is PG-13. That sucks. I have no idea. Hey, Hank VP, good to see you. Has anyone seen Babylon? I'm very interested, but I need to exchange my good wife points to get hubby in a theater for 3.5 hours. I love that perspective, Tina. I don't know. It's not. According to industry people, Babylon's kind of in big trouble. Let me see if I can find the most recent story. I covered it in the 6-Minute Daily today, and I found it. Here it is. Yeah, it kind of bombed. Yeah, it made 4 million plus debut. It needs to make $250 million to break even.
That's all it needs to break even. That's
and it only cost $80 million to make.
Well, being that it'll probably be an Oscar darling, it'll get another push in theaters and it'll do pretty well on video. But outside of that, yeah, it's probably dead.
Yeah, Tina, are you really? Yeah, Victor, I think your 1.7 is looking really good, dude. I really do. I think your 1.7 projection for Avatar is looking pretty good. 6 says, enjoyed the movie, but I'm even done talking about it. It's way more fun when there's a movie that everyone enjoys. This is true. Saul says, I'm confused about the title of the stream. Is this stream involving $1 and a billion water, or a billion water what? Or a billion water bottles, or watermelons, or water worlds?
Your title is Tuesday Tirade Entertainment Talk, 1 billion water.
Yeah. It was supposed to be 1
That doesn't
billion
mean shit.
Water. No, it's fine. You guys are here, aren't you?
That's like infinite fucking patience with karate.
Hey, no, it's karate with infinite patience. I still don't know how it auto-corrected to that.
I have no idea what the fuck you're trying to say.
It was late. I was trying to go to sleep, and I wasn't.
You may have been trying to proposition me sexually, for all I know.
Not at all. Not at all. But Samurai Vader says, Avatar, sponge out of water. Well, there you go. Deadline had a story about it. I think this is the one I grabbed. Thank you, little Chad. It's good to see you, man. How it's bad financially. It's terrible. $250 million, man. Yikes.
Which is sad, because it looked interesting, but yeah, I'm not sitting in a theater for 3.5 fucking hours. Fuck that.
Yeah, Babylon Bomb. Look at these folks. Hey, Sanders here. What's up, Sander? Daryl's here. Greetings, Starfighters.
They haven't exactly done anything to really promote this movie either, in a way, because I've only seen like one preview for it anywhere.
Okay, so what's an even? Is this a worse bomb than women talking?
I don't know. How much did that cost in comparison? I mean, I guess that's the difference. This at least has some Oscar buzz to it, but. Or is that movie getting Oscar buzz too? Because who knows? It's women talking, so
women talking is getting Oscar buzz. Chris Gore liked it. I'm like, really?
Guess what? That means you're gay.
I don't know.
At least in some circles, that's what I'm told.
What's happening?
Because Chris liked women talking. I got news for you. That means you're gay, I said. At least in some circles I've heard.
I'm trying to find out if anybody has the number on it. All I have is the trailer. I don't think
it made any money at all. Last you showed it was like a couple $100,000.
Yeah.
Which was
I can't find it anywhere.
They're probably hiding it out of like shame.
That's terrible. I'm trying to find it now. Numbers. Look it up. $55,000. Oh, well, it only opened in 8 theaters. It goes wide on January 20th. So they opened it to get it in for Oscars is what they did, Tom.
Oscar boobs.
Yeah. Sanders says 1.3 to 1.5. I think it's going to make 1.5. Vic's probably right. Victor Fontaine's probably right at 1.7. Hey, Diego, how's it going? Good to see you. We are here for Tom and you culture, but not the title. Well, that's good.
Lord Kevin knows Costner, what you would expect with that title.
Kevin Costner's Waterworld made $1 billion. I don't know. Maybe at this point in time.
1 billion water.
What is wrong with my title?
I'd rather watch Waterworld, to be honest with you.
Oh, Waterworld. Waterworld.
At least it's got Dennis Hopper.
There you go. Spirit of Sandy says, methinks too many Goodwill bridges have been burned with the paying customer. You are correct, Spirit of Sanity. I agree with you there. I think that's a problem. I think it is. Oh, Women Talking is the actual movie title? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Some men actually talk like women talking. I do. Especially if they've got that smoky voice. Ooh. Hello. Let's see. Wait. It's called Women Talking? It is. Speaking of which, I think I saw you gave me a super chat, Biggles, did you not? Like an hour ago? Here it is.
You might as well
$5.
just call the movie Water is Still Wet.
Water is wet.
Yep.
And women talk.
Yep.
Hi, everyone. I don't get why people like the blue people so much. It's a good question. I don't know. Tom, do you know why people like the blue people?
I don't even know who these people are who are seeing this movie, to be honest with you. I've not met anybody besides like Six and a couple other people who have seen it, but it's a big thing, I guess.
Wait a minute. Six would be here if my title was Downton Abbey Comes to Broadway. I'm feeling like I need to make a show called Downtown Abbey about this chick named Abby.
From downtown?
Yeah, from downtown. Downtown. Her neighbors are Cheech and Chong. Sorry. Just think that'd be funny. That's weird. Okay. Something very wrong with me. Can't put my finger on it. Pilgrim Media for $2 says, Chato said he liked Blood Origins. What? I'm not sure he said that. I don't think... I'm not sure he said exactly that, but I know what you're saying. It wasn't a Witcher story. I think he was pretty clear on that. I don't know. Little chat says, Waterworld avoided being a bomb, but it wasn't the hit to justify the investment. The real bomb of the era that people forget is Cutthroat Island. Oh, I remember that. Tom, do you remember Cutthroat Island? Whoosh.
I didn't care for it, but some people did, so it was what it was, I guess. It wasn't bad enough that I thought it ended Rennie Harlan's career, but he made a couple movies after that, so evidently it did not.
New Bomb Turk says Downton, not downtown.
Yeah, because you say everything wrong.
You
say everything wronger than I do.
But I said that wrong on purpose. It's for fun. For funness. Downtown.
Like Spider-Man.
What's wrong with saying Spider-Man?
Spider-Man.
Executive producer Sol Leibowitz. People are mean to me. She says I would watch at least 12 Looney Tunes shorts. Yes. And you would be happier for it.
Well, 6 minutes each. Yeah, about that. Yeah.
Sounds good, right? I could do that. I don't recall Avatar 2 even trending on Twitter either.
Me neither.
Yeah, that's a weird point, right?
I mean, again, it's not like I'm not saying people aren't going to see it. They obviously are. But I never saw it trend. I don't know anybody in my personal life who has seen the damn thing. I don't know anybody who has any ambition to see it. Outside of people online, I don't know anybody who saw it. Okay. Like, it hasn't even seemingly blipped on the radar for some reason for those who haven't been.
It is weird, right? You would think the biggest movie would trend, right? Were they really paying for things to trend?
Oh, yeah. But you can usually tell in that respect. I mean, you go into the entertainment trending and it was like, on mine, it was like 19 or something like that at one point. It jumped up a little higher when it finally came out. But again, I think that's a lot of it's probably regional and goes by your searches and the people you follow and things of that sort. So I'm sure it wasn't the same for everyone. We have to, figure that into it. But, it is what it is.
Uptown Rectory and Downtown Abbey. I like that. Kind of fun. Rectory sounds gross, right? But it's not. It's a religious term. It's a type of building. Okay. Soul Assassin's here for 1 billion water. What is this? Tank Girl? Tank Girl is so awesome. This terrible film. Great, but terrible. 6 says, culture say Spider-Man semen.
He said semen.
Downtown Downtown Abbey. She lives on Fellatio Way. Well, there you go.
Downtown Tabby is about a cat.
Yeah. Word of mouth is all you need, and Avatar 2 has it. You know what, Master Sidearms, I agree with you. I think word of mouth is a underappreciated type of marketing.
I mean, Chris was right in a sense that families are going out to see it, but as you just saw with my comparison, they aren't going in the numbers that they did for Spider-Man. And that had much more repute viewings.
You're looking for the pure apple to apple thing, right? And I'm just
I'm talking about the time of the year, and I'm talking about the level of movie. You could even argue that they're kind of on an even keel because Spider-Man was almost damaged goods going into that film, to where Avatar had nothing to really leap off of as far as a film prior to it. So they were kind of on this even playing field. Top Gun was an anomaly. I mean, you released that movie 6 months prior to or 6 months after. I'm not so sure it does as well as it did. I'm still not convinced. You were right. It did well, but what more would I have to go on to make me believe that it wouldn't do any fucking better than Ghostbusters Afterlife did, considering Ghostbusters made just as much money as the first movie did. They were almost equal in as far as the distance and time in the history. The only difference is Ghostbusters had a sequel and Top Gun didn't, and also had a remake and Top Gun didn't. The only big, huge difference was 6 months in the box office. That's what. And what happened in between there? Spider-Man No Way Home came out, and people realized, oh, fuck COVID, I'm going to the theater.
I think largely that's true.
Because at that time, I was expecting Top Gun to do marginally a little bit better than Ghostbusters did. I had no fucking clue it was going to be the biggest thing since sliced bread. Yeah. But I'm still not going to hold my breath that Avatar is not somewhat of a disappointment, because we haven't hit the end of the road yet. It has, right. It's about to go over its first major hurdle, but it has a couple more to go through.
Well, we also have to think about when competition enters the building, right? Because this weekend you had, this Babylon movie that just tanked hard. You had Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, right? Which didn't do as good as it should have, but it did fine for an animated movie. It didn't cost that much compared to Spider-Man No Way Home, or obviously Avatar 2. I don't know, man. I don't know. My sister and brother-in-law are big Disney folks, and they didn't go see Avatar 2. A lot of people didn't see it. But, Lil Chad makes a point. It's doing well with normies. There you go. Don't fall into the same trap as The Walking Dead, thinking Twitter matters. It really doesn't. It really doesn't. Mad Mardigan's Spider-Man spinoff. Spoonerman. Oh, all right.
Where is Mad Mardigan? He's been missing in action since the Christmas.
Yeah, he's he manages a lot of different things, and he's very, very busy. And I will support him whenever he needs it. And I need to see him more often. Hopefully, we see him over on Scott's. Are you going to go show up on Scott's on Wednesday?
I don't know. We'll see.
All right.
Wednesday is like my busiest day of the week, so
okay. I had to step out last night because I had a pretty bad headache. How did the show go last night after I left? Good.
Everybody, we played strip poker.
Damn.
You won't believe how big of a schlong Comics has.
Well, that's why we call him Tripod. Of course, he's not exactly tall.
Yeah, it's easier when you're closer to the ground.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There it is.
Well, when your legs are only 6 inches, I mean.
Oh, hey now, come on. He's not pole vaulting.
Hey, I want him for Christmas. Leave me alone. I want a midget for Christmas. So.
All right, Pilgrim Media for $2 says wrecked him. It damn near killed him.
Oh,
I love that joke. Thank you for that, Pilgrim. The thumbnail said that, but I think it's taken out of context. $1 billion water.
$1 billion water.
1 billion
I want
water.
a billion water for $1.
1 billion. Hey, I liked Waterworld. In many ways, it has everything that'll make modern wokesters
It was an interesting concept. It had ground for expansion. It just didn't do. I mean, really, it didn't flop at the box office. I don't know why the response to it was what it really was, to be honest with you.
They used all of the steel in Hawaii.
I think maybe the toys just didn't sell as well as they were hoping, perhaps, because in that case, they just kind of went off that because, I mean, the movie technically made money, even though at that time it was the most expensive production ever, but
I liked the whole concept of the smokers and
yeah, it's a lot of concepts to it that could have been expanded upon, but
E. Clay Thomason says, remember Downtown Julie Brown from
I remember both Julie Browns, actually.
Yeah, they were both on at the same time. And it was funny. You had the white Julie and the not white.
You had Downtown Julie Brown and you had Valley Girl Julie Brown.
Yeah. Very basically. Weird.
Yeah. Julie Brown, the other one was more so known for her Homecoming Queen song and being in
that's right.
Everybody Girls Are Easy. Yeah, everybody. She had a great fucking sense of humor. She still does. I mean, but yeah.
Yeah, she's not dead yet. Elizabeth Young says, yeah, because there's a 13-year span between Avatar and Avatar 2. I think it could have done better. Really do. Hey, Mecca J's here. What's up? Slicing bread.
Yeah, no, I'm a blonde BLOND.
Wow, I must be like a week behind on the chat. I apologize, everybody. If I miss your comments, it's not because I just need to catch up with where you guys are. Hey, Toby Moss, I had a great Christmas. I hope everybody had a great Christmas. I did. It was fun. I get to see family. I miss my family. Let's see. The reason Babylon fails is because of the subject matter, says Ken Jack Ben. It's like Hollywood bragging about how they've always been the exception to the rule and their bad behavior should still be tolerated. Actually,
I guess I didn't get that from the trailer. That's the thing, is I don't think they did a very good job marketing this movie, but if Ken's seen the film and that's what it's about, that's sad. Because I usually like movies about making movies or historical, stuff in Hollywood.
Yeah.
But and it doesn't sound too good.
Yeah. Yeah, and I agree with this take. Soul Assassin, the Chatimal, says, I think Chris Gore said it, but James Cameron films have legs. Yes, they do. They have weird legs, though. They're like spindly and long. They're daddy long legs. Speaking of which, Six says that on Mead, this is Midnight's Edge After Dark, on 12/6/22, Tom said he thought Avatar 2 would do $850 million total gross.
Remember when it was fun to have Six around?
She just writes stuff down, Tom. Don't be mad. You probably meant domestically, right? It was your domestic.
No, I may have said total. I don't know. I don't really care. I didn't think it was going to do this good. I'm still not so sure. I think it's getting some help just like Captain Marvel, but nobody's fucking saying anything because they don't give a shit.
Maybe.
Because again, I still have yet to see anybody who's seen this movie in my actual life that's not online. So that just doesn't make sense to me.
I know this. I agree with executive producer Sol Leibowitz. Both Julie Browns I loved very much. Me too. Earth Girls Are Easy is a cult classic. It is. What a great cast with Jim Carrey and Damon Wayans Sr. Yeah, that was fun. Right? And the tall guy. What was the tall guy's name? He was in Jurassic Park. I always forget his name.
Oh, Jeff Goldblum.
Yes, Jeff Goldblum. He was the lead alien.
He and Gina were a thing at the time.
They were. Yeah. Man, if they made babies, yikes. All right.
They'd be crazy Karens, not just Karens or crazy.
Babylon is a period piece that smells its own farts. Oh, Jesus, Master Sidearms. They tried to pull a jazz singer to singing in the rain moment, and it fails against the dreary backdrop. I heard
that's disappointing.
Yeah, it's not just going to bomb. This is where little Chad is strong right here. I remember thinking that Titanic would be a bomb, and it just kept making money. I thought the first Avatar would bomb, but it just kept making money. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I've understood those two. This one I'm not so understanding of. Titanic, it had Leo and it had the women.
Yeah.
And not only that, it had like a lot of people that were just into the Titanic and some other business. Avatar had the 3D and spectacle of it all. Story-wise, there's nothing there that hasn't been done a million fucking times over. The difference is James Cameron's a competent director, so he can tell you the same story you've heard a million times over. That's basically the story.
Yeah.
The answer to Brian's question here is James Cameron knows how to tell a story.
He does. And the great storytellers or the master storytellers are always the most successful directors.
Doesn't matter if it's a story you've seen a million times. You can just say, yeah. Now you look at it, Avatar, that movie kind of balances completely on somebody like James Cameron. Only a few other directors probably could have pulled that off and not come off one way or the other. Either too pretentious and smoltzy or whatever you want to call it. And yeah, it boils down to just that handful. And that's what's Cameron's, but yeah. I just don't, I guess I just don't get the hype with it because I'm not seeing the hype.
Understanding the emotional beats that things hit and the pacing of those beats beyond the pacing of the film itself. I think that's where maybe the difference is.
I mean, maybe if I gave more of a shit, I'd look into this stuff with the box office, but I don't care.
Tom Servo says, "Hail the barbarians." Well, hail to you.
I'm kind of looking more forward. Yeah, in middle of nowhere. That's exactly it. That's my address right there. And my zip code is 5544. Go fuck yourself. It's in the middle of nowheres. You expect us to find your place?
Yeah, I don't know. Look, as long as the mail I send you gets there, it doesn't matter. But Ken Jack Ben says, I have not seen the film, but I've watched the trailers and I've seen many reviews of the movie, and not many of them have been favorable. Look, I just, again, I think it comes down to the storytelling. He's a great visionary, Oathbreaker. I agree with you 100%. Titanic was the new Towering Inferno. There you go.
Basically.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same thing. It
came at a right time too, because you had Independence Day, which brought back that Towering Inferno kind of movie. Yeah. Titanic was just the one that happened to come at the time where it was like the most expensive, most luxurious, glorious version of those, when we had just had, Armageddon, Independence Day, whatever else, Godzilla came in that wake of, disaster films. But yeah, it was really, and that's the thing, Titanic, like that, it can be told again and again and again and again.
Yeah, and again, I mean, we can definitely point it as far as the earnings, the gross earnings for the film here in the States domestically. We can point towards inflation for sure, but you can also point to the fact that, as little Chad says here, is everybody's seeing it on the PLFs, the premium large format screens, whether it's IMAX 3D or whatnot. Victor Fontaine brings it's 3/4 sold out. At the 7 p.m. show for the IMAX.
I haven't been watching, so I have no idea.
Canadian Spider-Man's here. Good to see you.
It does well. It does well. As long as it ain't woke and stupid, then fine. Whatever. I have no other care for it. So.
Yeah, and this is true. 16-bit mascot. Cameron says Terminator, huh? Well, I can make it more cool. Alien, huh? I can make that more cool. Yeah.
Pretty much. I mean, again, I love Terminator. I love Terminator 2. I love Aliens. I love everything he does up through True Lies. But I guess I've never been one to drink the Cameron Kool-Aid and love everything he does.
Yeah. And see, I'm getting defended by the Union of Amateur Strategists. They said, see, guys,
Piranha 1 is better than Piranha 2. There, I said it. Cameron didn't make it bigger and better.
Piranha 2?
Yeah, he did The Spawning.
Did he really?
Where they start to fly, yeah.
Did he really?
Joe Dante directed the first Piranha.
Yeah.
Then James Cameron directed the second one. No.
Oh.
That was James Cameron's first movie. He actually got fired from it.
Good. It was terrible.
It was.
Hey.
What he could do though is he was really good at special effects.
If you want to see Margaret go Super Saiyan Ultra Skank, then Babylon is your movie. If you
He
want to see
also worked on Battle Beyond the Stars. Anyway, sorry, go ahead.
I didn't know that. No, I just it's funny, Master Starter. I'm still breaking down Babylon. I've been hearing it's pretty awful. Which is better, Alien or Aliens?
They're two completely different movies.
They're both great.
Alien is a moody, dark sci-fi homage to slasher films. Aliens is a very loud, boisterous, blockbuster action film.
Yeah, it's more action.
More homage to like the movies we were just talking about, the disaster films, which is in Cameron's wheelhouse.
Yeah.
Now, if he were to remake The Towering Inferno, I bet you it'd be one of the better remakes we've seen. I'm not saying it wouldn't. Or The Poseidon Adventure. He probably would have done it. Honestly, I would have probably rather seen him remake The Poseidon Adventure instead of make Titanic. I think he would have had a lot more fun with that, to be honest with you. There's more going for him in there. Titanic, to me, my problem with Titanic was you have enough interesting people that actually existed. Why did you have to create people that didn't exist? And I just waited for the damn ship to go down. That was all I was waiting for.
Yeah, Master Sidearms is correct. The Abyss I enjoyed. A lot of people didn't like that film. I liked it. He has a lot of practice. He almost drowned somebody in that film too.
That's one of his more debated films, I'd say, yeah.
Yeah, I liked it though. Let's see. Somebody said something to me in the chat. Let me see if I can find it. I'm trying to find what somebody said.
Executives and producers all over. Comparing Alien to Aliens is like comparing Julie Brown to Downtown Julie Brown.
There you go. They're just both great films. I mean, I'm sorry.
What a callback, sir.
Yeah, that's true. Somebody said something that was really important, and
I have no idea what you're referring to, so I can't help you.
I think it was Tom Servo. Because I know what Tom Servo is saying is true. There it is. Boom. Alien movie announced. Yes, they start shooting this year.
Oh, yeah.
Early this year. 2023. We
were talking about that the other day, yeah.
Yeah, pretty stoked about that thing, man. Yeah, you're gonna get a fifth one, right?
Don't care.
Oh, come on, man.
Alien is so done for me.
Really?
Yes, we've reached that point where there's more bad movies than there is good movies. And once a series reaches that point, I really is when I
it's gonna start shooting, Tom.
Step back. Look, the same thing happened to Terminator with me. I used to adore the fucking. You have no idea how into Terminator 2 I was that summer of 91.
Did you ever
I sat in a fucking line of cars miles long on 4th of July weekend to go see Terminator 3 the day it came out.
Right.
I missed the first showing because I was in traffic.
That sucks.
I am to the point where I just don't care anymore about Terminator because there's more bad movies than there is good movies now. I'm in the same place with Alien, man. Predator's the same way. And Predator's at least got 3 good movies in it. Alien 3 you could make an argument for, but even then it still has so many problems.
But I want it to be good, and this is and Oathbreaker's right. This is Ridley's last chance because he's been garbage. But
yeah, well, that's the other thing is Ridley hijacked it.
Well, let's just see what happens. But Alf, with his member chat, because he's been a member for 3 months, thank you, my friend, says, so wait, James Cameron didn't direct Titanic 2? I didn't know there was a sequel.
Yeah, there is, but it's not. That's one of those, what do you call it? Asylum movies or whatever.
Yeah. Jabez says based. There you go. Look at this. Yeah, I loved T2. I was a huge fan. Okay, so Tom, you never made it to a theme park as a kid, right?
Not really. I've only been on one actual roller coaster, and that was in Vegas.
Did you go to? So you haven't been. You never went to. You never saw the T2.
I've been on a tilt-a-whirl.
Oh, okay. Just okay. So Tom,
I've seen the video version of it on the Blu-ray.
Oh, okay. The attraction, the Terminator attraction,
but I've never actually been to one. No.
Oh, it's incredible. So, but and of course they tore it out, but it was awesome. No, and in the tilt-a-whirl, Tom, that's not the bed at that lady's house. That's not what that's called. It's just called a broken bed, like the legs broken on one corner.
Well, I've been on an Ferris wheel. I've been on the octopus. Is that what you guys call it out there?
Yeah. Okay. Little Chad, Titanic 2, sink harder.
How could the same thing happen to the same guy twice?
He's already dead once. Pilgrim Media for $2 says, I want to retract my statement on Mr. Chato. Sorry. Oh, why? Why? You don't need to retract your statement, but I thank you for the another $2. I think he qualified it. And you know, he didn't think it was god awful. I don't know. I'm not a fan of what they did with that story. Someday I'll tell you all the story about what they did, but that's.
Oh, that's right. John Wick comes out in March too. We keep forgetting about that.
Yeah. Middle of February starts movies again, is my opinion. Right. So
there's a few of them. I'm kind of looking forward to Mario Brothers to see what they do with it too.
I am too. Curiously, I didn't think I would be, but Master Sidearm says if James Cameron made Alphatar, you folks would be running into the multiplex. That's true. I'd be headed there.
Ha! I need all the blue kitty people.
Thoughts on Alien 3? Not a fan. Alien Resurrection. Kitty. Those are my thoughts.
Alien 3 has, as a standalone concept, Alien 3 is really interesting.
It was okay.
But what it does to the characters from Aliens is unforgivable. Okay. Now, if you actually watch the extended cut that's a little closer to what Lynch had intended, or not Lynch, was it Lynch who directed that? Yeah. Right? Yeah.
Dune 2.
Or no, who was it that directed that? The guy who did 7. Fincher. That's why I always fuck those two up. David Fincher. Thank you, Doba Fett.
Yeah. Any gosh, what's the line? The line from Entourage. Any guy that puts Gwyneth's head in a box is okay by me.
Sorry, I always do that. I always do that. I always end up calling Fincher Lynch. Because they have that inch thing in the name.
Well, John Wick, March 24th, stoked.
Anyway, I like the more extended cut version of Alien 3, but it still just kind of destroys the legacy of the franchise. From there on out, everything goes downhill. I didn't even really care for Prometheus all that much. I thought it was okay.
I thought Prometheus was a waste.
But yeah, that's just it. Everything that had potential and it was wasted in Covenant. So
yeah,
and Covenant to me
was not, again, they're not bad films. They just, I'm
Resurrection had some good ideas, but it was this incessant need to hang on to Ripley at that point. Right? Like they had to learn to let go of Sigourney Weaver. If they'd have done that, maybe there would have been potential there for a good movie, but that was all out the window once they had to add in all that other nonsense with the,
Executive producer Saul Leibowitz. Aliens scared me to death. Aliens thrilled me to death. Alien 3 bored me to death. Alien Resurrection cringed me to death. Oh my
These are basically the sound bites for the movies. You're not wrong. And I wouldn't necessarily call Alien 3 boring. I would call it a bit pretentious at times.
This is so true, Soul Assassin.
Oh God, yes.
Potential.
And the reason that was killed, and I'm convinced, I mean, I can't confirm it, but I've talked to enough people that I have the notion that it was killed because, basically Ridley Scott wanted to destroy what was put into Aliens and reclaim the Alien legacy.
Right.
Because he's been butthurt. And it was funny because this blurb came out recently too from James Cameron, where he confirmed what he was, he was advised not to do Aliens, even by people involved with the production. And they said, you just did Terminator and it was this, modest hit. This is career suicide. Why are you doing a sequel to Alien? And they're like, if it's good, it doesn't matter. No one's going to give you any credit. All the credit's going to go to Ridley. And if it's bad, everybody's going to fucking blame you. He's like, yeah, I know this, but he flipped over a piece of paper that had, and it had the title Alien on it from the script. And he put an S on it with a $sign. And he showed the guy. He's like, that's why I'm doing it.
That's a great. Those are Hollywood stories that everybody.
And I mean, now we associate James Cameron quite a bit with Alien because of how big Aliens was and how different it was from the original film. And I will give credit to Cameron for that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, Ridley had to turn around and go, well, fuck, this little kid come in and he fucking took my legacy away from me. I'm going to have that shit.
Wrecked it.
And then he come in and tried to do the Prometheus thing. And that was all those two movies were doing, was trying to reestablish and reclaim what the aliens were all about. Because what Aliens kind of solidifies from the first film is these things are biological weapons. Like, that's all they are. And Ridley tried to make them into something much more important and complicated than that. It's like, no, they are literally an allegory for the nuclear bomb. That's all they are. They are the weapon that you have at your disposal that will destroy you in its own way. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, Bryant Barth, you're right. Geiger is the one who gets all the credit for this, because if it wasn't for that look of that alien, if they went with that original concept for the alien, I don't think we'd still be talking about it.
Yeah, Neil Blomkamp's Alien never happened. Nope. I have faith in this dude. I look, it had potential. Potential.
So did his RoboCop. And that boiled down to MGM didn't want to wait, so now they don't have a fucking RoboCop.
Potential. Man, there's so many films that you hear about that you see a script blurb for.
And a lot of it is too is that Blomkamp doesn't like to compromise. Like, if he has one downfall, it's that, I guess. Which, I mean, you got to give him credit for that.
But a lot of people I know really enjoyed Prometheus. It just for whatever reason, I don't know. And then I'm one of those weird people that enjoyed Event Horizon, and I like some things that are borderline, but I don't know.
No, I see somebody like brought up the RoboCop remake. No, Blomkamp was going to take it back. This was going to be a de facto RoboCop 2. Like, I think he was even going to bring Lewis back to life. I don't know 100% on that, but
yeah, he would make a great RoboCop. There's so much stuff there.
He even had Weller on board almost, from what I heard.
Seagal could play Alien.
Fat Steven Seagal.
Well, there you go.
He drools as much as the alien does.
Atma Manish says, "I love Event Horizon." Hey, yeah, a lot of people, yeah. But again, I mean, my horror tastes are very unique, I would say.
Clay Thomas.
RoboCop.
James Cameron comes in. I'm going to make a sequel to RoboCop.
Yeah, I think the movie is incomplete, but yeah, you're not wrong.
You could have called RoboCop 2 RoboCops, but
that would have been so great. RoboCops. All right. One last thing I want to get to, because I know that you have to scoot, and I'm in no future.
I don't push you.
I know, but you know me, and
well, what's going on with this strike business? I see you posted a video
I did
earlier.
a video today. Yeah. This is a weird year. You have the Directors Guild coming up. You have SAG-AFTRA coming up, and you have the Writers Guild coming up. So you have the actors, the directors, and the screenwriters all coming up. And the directors will probably just get their deal worked out and everything. It'll be fine. But the writers, they're pissed. They wanted a bigger cut of the residuals on the last deal and didn't get it. The actors are still pissed off because they don't think that the union negotiated on their behalf well enough to give them all the things that they wanted. And everybody wants a bigger piece of the streaming pie.
There's the actors got another wake up call coming too. But anyway, sorry.
No, look. This is just going to be. This is weird because the potential for Hollywood to shut down again when they can least afford it is like right there. I mean, it could happen twice. That's the other thing. You'd have the writers just strike and finish, and then sign a deal, and then you could have the actors strike, and so no work's getting done.
Honestly, a writer's strike wouldn't be the worst thing.
Except that, Tom, I mean, there are already going to be less films. And
I'd be like, good, go, get out of here. We need that for a while. We need a moment in time again, like where it looked like Hollywood was about to fucking collapse in on itself.
Well, they're about to do it again. Inside of 4 years.
Out of that comes innovation.
Yeah, it's also true. It's also true. But it may.
That's how we got The Godfather and Jaws and Star Wars and Superman.
It's crazy. It's crazy. And I did. Here's the other thing, and this is going to be part of the video that's coming out tomorrow. But the studios right now, because of how expensive streaming is, they're going to be making less shows next year, and for the foreseeable future.
Thank God.
But you understand my point. So
this is the first time in history. I'm glad to hear it, Culture.
I understand, and I know why, and I know it's not out of a place of trying to put people out of work. I get that, right? But this is where we're at, and I don't, people that I know that work in the industry. In fact, there's a couple people here, that are in the audience right now. They're in the stream. They're looking at this and they're going, "Yeah, this could happen, and we could end up out of work again for a while." Now, remember the last strike. The last strike was for, under or right around 100 days or under 100 days, or, in that win.
Well, is that the one for streaming and reality TV shit though, wasn't it?
Oh, no. The last strike was a while ago. It was 09, I think. Yeah. And so it's been a while, or 07. But anyway, regardless, it's been a long time since we had a real writer strike, but that could actually happen. And again, I mean, nothing happened. If you have no writers, you have no writers. There's nothing happens. There's nobody.
You know what? We had one at the end of the 80s that was historical, and out of that, we got some really great films.
Got great stuff. Yeah.
Because guess what? That's how we got Tarantino and shit.
Yeah.
Because those other guys are like, oh, we don't want to write. Well, fuck you then. No, it was a time of innovation though because of that.
Yeah, you're correct. Fewer shows, indeed. Yes, there will be fewer shows. There will be fewer. Last writer strike delayed Battlestar. That's true. I remember that. Question is, which streaming service has more content in the can? Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers is the king of content. I actually say this in the video that you'll see tomorrow, but Warner Brothers catalog makes everybody else look sad. They have been producing.
Well, it helps that they have a lot of MGM stuff in their catalog too. And
they've been producing more content than anybody else for longer because of HBO and other things and other studios they were making stuff for. I mean, most people, you saw Friends on NBC, but who made it? Warner Brothers.
Believe it or not, Paramount is probably one of the next few in line after that.
Yeah,
because they have they actually probably have a more historical level as far as television goes.
It's a big catalog, and what's even worse about this, and Tom can tell you, there was a fire that took out a lot of stuff.
Well, that would be Universal, who would be one of the other big players in this, because Universal Television, as you know, has also been around forever.
Yes.
And then when they got conglomerated with MCA, that was a whole nother situation. And then MCA was dissolved, what, like 10, 15 years ago, basically?
Yeah.
So Universal's kind of made up of a bunch of different companies as well, kind of all put together. But mainly Universal Pictures has also been around for almost 100 years as well, or I think it has been around for 100 years.
Yeah.
And Brothers, their catalog is quite big as well.
Yeah, Warner Brothers is huge. The Paramount catalog is huge. Universal's huge.
Columbia's is pretty big, but Sony has a really massive television, because they bought up a bunch of
and they
like
make
Lorimar and other stuff, I think it was.
And they make television for everybody else. They make television for Apple TV. They make television for
What's
a lot of
the one they also own, like a shit ton of the game shows.
That I didn't know.
Oh God, who is it? Like, I think Sony owns like Jeopardy and shit too, if I'm not mistaken.
Really?
I think so. Like, wow. I think Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune and shit. Yeah.
Who bought
it? That old TV guy who produced all those. He had a company. They bought that company out. Shit.
Who bought King and Dick Clark?
Oh, I think Universal owns Dick Clark.
Wow. Who bought King?
King, that might be one of the ones I'm thinking of. Merv Griffin is the other one I'm thinking of. Thank you, Solywoods. Because I think Sony owns all of Merv Griffin's Columbia TriStar, Screen Gems. Oh yeah, Orion. Yeah, they got the TV side of Orion too, which is hilarious. So, like, yeah, that's all fucking split up all over the fucking place. So, like, yeah, those are the ones that own all like the conglomerated stuff. And then Disney's kind of, well, they're, consuming shit by getting Fox. They're not really doing anything with the catalog. Not anything massive with it.
I've never seen money wasted so frivolously, ever.
Fox has a lot of prestigious films in their catalog.
They have a lot of amazing is what they've got.
They do have a lot of television too, but it doesn't really fit with Disney's MO.
It doesn't. Tom Servo sends a $5 super chat, says beard grooming fund. Hail. Well, thank you for that.
Yeah. Turner is another reason why Warner is strong. Yeah. Turner bought up all the MGM movies, and a couple other things that brought that into the Warner Brothers fold. That's where TBS, TNT got involved.
Yeah, but as far as the total volume of television products, Warner wins. And so, it's why my argument is
I think I'm both television and movies. I think you're right.
Yeah, and it's why my argument always is if there's going to be four premium streamers, HBO Max, Discovery, whatever that combination thing ends up being.
Well, it gets us right back to the four networks again, basically, Culture. It really, if you think about it.
I know, and it's infuriating to me. I'm like, why did we just jump through all these hoops for the last 3 decades?
Well, I like the a la carte value of it, right? I like the ability to be able to time shift my entertainment to the way I want it, but I do miss access to immediate things like news and local things. That's something that's being lost, that it's almost impossible for me now to get any kind of local television, which is bullshit because it's supposed to be over the air free. Well, I live in an area that makes it almost impossible to get any kind of over the air waves type of signal. And to go on the internet to even watch network television, you still have to have a cable package or a satellite provider, which to me should be fucking illegal. There's no reason that network broadcast should not be available for free online. That is just a mistake in my opinion. And I think that's another reason why it's also made it more difficult for the networks to hang on in the digital age. For whatever reason they've decided to go along with this, they should be pushing for, access to networks. It's just weird. And we saw the same kind of thing with, like, what was it? Fox and CBS were arguing with DirecTV, I think it was. But you're right. It's gotten to a point where we're getting right back to where we were. The only difference being it's more a la carte and less localized, basically.
Well, and that's and what's funny, it's like it's the whole reason I did the YouTube video with the NFL. I'm like, this is where we're headed. Somebody in the chat just a few moments ago mentioned in there that YouTube is actually the king of content. There are more things put on YouTube every single day.
Technically, yes, as far as streaming services, but as far as like what they own, YouTube don't own shit.
That's true. But they're diving in, Tom. We'll have to see.
They may own a few things, but they don't own anything on the level of like, you know, like they don't have a catalog, right? Like there's not YouTube films.
Right. Well, Read by Nature says Disney is the cinematic EA. Yes, they are. Yeah. So Leibowitz said he got to use Merv Griffin's bathroom once. That's cool. Alf says, Culture, Tom, is there a chance for new director and writers to get a job at Warner Brothers? Yeah.
Warner might be one of the few places that is going to be more creator friendly coming forward. Never know.
Yeah. Yeah. You've cleaned out a lot of the gatekeepers that were there.
I know Script can't wait till he can come in the US. I know that's one of his first places he wants to go pitch things at is Warner Brothers. So
yeah, I don't blame him. Yeah. Meanwhile, during this live stream, Avatar 2 has grossed another $85 million. There you go. Universal was founded in 1912, so Tom was right. Over a century old.
Yeah, I was going to say, I knew they've been around for a while. Warner Brothers is on their 100th year. Paramount celebrated theirs a few years ago.
Yeah. Tom Servo says, no one ever mentions Underworld. I have the box set, dude. I love that. I think the series is fine.
I like the concept. I've just never been a fan of the execution of it. That's just me personally, though. I get it. I get the appeal. It's just not my thing.
Do you think Paramount will sell Star Trek? Wow, Jay Aldridge. I don't think they're going to. Nobody who's going to buy it. It's worth like $12 now.
No, that's the biggest problem up front is that they'd have to get more than what it's worth now. And the reason is because of how much comes with it. It is so big and vast, but the potential really isn't there to profit off it as like it used to be.
Wow.
Yeah, this is a big thing that's going to change because we saw this story too here. Streamers are getting in on the sports racket now. This is going to definitely shift things. This is really getting my dad's attention.
Yeah, and like I said, I mean, that was why I made the video. I'm like, it's costing YouTube $2 billion a year to do it, but they're smart. That's a good $2 billion spent. It's a good $2 billion spent.
Well, we've said it before. YouTube is kind of what the other sleeping giant, as we refer to it, besides Apple. Because at any time, YouTube just has to make some moves. And we've already pointed out they are the largest streamer in the world. They have the most subscribers. They don't have a pay platform necessarily to where you have to pay to access everything. The only thing you have to pay for is if you want the premium service or you want to watch one of the movies that's like you're renting or buying or whatever.
Rogue Usagi Sports.
Because they tried that with YouTube Red and it didn't work. You know, like somebody brought up Cobra Kai in the chat as one of the IPs they did have, and had was the operative word. And even then, they still didn't technically own it. It was still under Sony.
Yeah, it was Sony. Yeah, it still is, right? Technically.
Oh yeah. Technically, Will Smith owns a piece of it with Overbrook too.
Really?
Yeah, he's a producer. He's an executive producer on Cobra Kai. You didn't know that?
I didn't know that. That's interesting.
Yeah. But it was actually him who kept it down before, and it was Jada Pinkett's brother that actually greenlit Cobra Kai because they pitched it back in a couple of years ago. But at that time, Will didn't want it to interfere with the possibility of a sequel for the other Karate Kid.
Oh, because of his kid.
Yep.
That makes sense. Matt Vader says, I don't ever plan on watching football on YouTube. I understand, Matt, but it's good to see you, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Guys are killing it over there on the channel.
Well, Action Con's not wrong because Jada's brother does technically run Overbrook. He says if it has Will Smith's name on it, then it belongs to Jada.
That's insane. Yeah, Master Sidearms, $2 billion a year for the NFL. Yeah. Avatar's budget each year. Yeah. They just cough it up. But you know what? They're going to make their money back in by the truckload. Speaking of which, by the truckload, we had a member chat that I tried to save. Did I do it? I think I did it. Yes. Man of War 665, the neighbor of the beast. Thank you for being here for 25 25 months, my friend. It's good to see you. They're animals, Jim. There's a historic opportunity here. Don't believe them. Don't trust them. They're dying. You know the rest. There you go. I don't do the voices so good.
What voice?
I don't do voices. Okay. Scotty's here, Sporkin News Podcast, member for 19 months, says. And it jumped.
Scotty's here?
Yeah, Scotty.
He's not working?
No. I talked to him on the phone a little while ago. It's kind of nice. I miss him. He says 2 of the best, friendliest guys on the YouTubes. Well, thank you.
Stop making up stories about
That's
me,
what he
Scott.
said. What he said. I didn't say it. Scotty said it. Speaking of somebody saying nice stuff, Read by Nature for 4 months, a member. Thanks for being here, my friend. Says, well, YouTube wants to monetize you, but cut you off for pay. It's true. It's true.
Yeah, pretty much.
You guys you're the best around.
Nothing's gonna ever keep you down.
See, that song gets in my head at least once a week. It does. Papa CC. Yeah, I'm kind of like a dad. You can't watch football on NFL app anymore without paying a monthly price. Yeah. Kind of a bummer.
Oh, that's what the NFL wants. They're just as bad as Hollywood, or worse in some cases.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they actually. This is the weird thing. I think they were able to increase their take by $7 billion in this most recent. Yeah.
Jesus.
Isn't that nuts? Per year? And added $7 billion.
You know, I get it though, because my dad is one of those guys where when it comes to that shit, you know, this is the first time he's ever talked about or asked about streaming services or gripes about them.
How do I use the YouTube for the football?
Well, I'm so pissed I had to watch. I couldn't get that sumbitch to work. Yeah.
Well, your Muslim uncle says, Culture Casino, love me some Event Horizon. Well, yeah. Great film. And assalamu alaikum, friend. I hope I said that properly. I'm working on it. I'll get there. Scotty says, also, I got a couple days off this week, but I'm driving right now. So that's done my chatting with you guys. Well, all right. Thanks for being
Drive safe, Scott.
Yes. Joker Voices. Yeah. He says, a long time no see. Just happened to be awake. Well, I'm glad you are. And not completely hammered drunk. Just kidding, bro. We've got the vampire here, I think. Did it jump? Yeah, Spaceship Vampires here. Says, hey, hello. Ironically, I finally saw Life Force. It is kind of ironic. Star Trek is on Netflix, at least the part that matters. No need to subscribe to Paramount Plus. Plus, a lot of Paramount Plus content can be viewed here on regular TV on Paramount Network. Wow. Cool. Goodell is a Bond villain. Yes, Clay, he is. ActionCom says, drive with your feet, text with your hands. That's what I do. Plus, I think you're able to do timestamps all at the same time, right? The timestamp king.
He is.
Picard looks like a nightmare. Yes, James Caserta. It is. It really, really is. Let's see. We have Paramount Plus only because my sons have a student discount, so we only pay $3 a month. Well, that's kind of cool, Tina. That's still about $1.50 more than it's worth, but yeah. It pisses me off when an MLB game is on YouTube because I can't multitask with the game on the TV and something else on the computer. Yeah, that is frustrating. It is. Although, to be honest with you, I use my Roku to watch YouTube on the TV. So you watch MLB stuff on the TV too through the Roku, I think also. They have an app. But, yeah, Pluto TV has free TOS and DS9 channels. No more TNG as nauseum. Really? I don't really. I feel like Picard kind of hurt my love of Next Generation. I don't know, but that's just me.
I see how some people have felt that way. You
know, Thanatos Felicitas. So does Comics Division text with his third leg? I don't know, Tom.
Only when it's turgid.
Ooh, that's a strong word. You know, I like to use the word tumescent because most people don't know what that means either.
Yeah.
Yeah. I dislike it when my hockey team is on Hulu. The production value sucks and the different announcers are not as good. Yeah, I hate that too, especially Vegas hockey. Yikes. I watch YouTube on my 150-inch theater room projector screen, but a bit of overkill, but still great. I agree with you. I like watching it on the big screens too. Go into the media room and watch stuff. All right, well we're gonna wrap it up because Tom's gonna go hang out with our buddy Mr. H right now, and they're gonna cover more entertainment stuff. And you get a little bit of that UK, that lovely accent that the ladies like. And we didn't even get to the report card. I'm going to send that to Tom so he can have it tonight on Need. And on that note, Tom, anything you want to promote other than Need tonight?
I'll be heading over to Mr. H's. Got Mead later on. I can't remember what the hell we're talking about on Toxic Tuesday. But that's not this week. I think we're taking off this week, and I think that next week we're picking back up. So yeah, that's it for tonight. Probably. I never know. And actually, I don't even know about Mr. H's. I can't remember if I've gotten a link yet or not. He may be taking the day off for all I know.
Really? You think so?
I don't know. I'm trying to look here. I don't see a link.
Well, let's see if he's live.
That's a good question.
Mr. H. Is Mr. H live? I follow Mr. H.
He might not have sent it to me because he knows I usually don't show up till late, but yeah.
Mr. H reviews. I don't see him.
Yeah, he might have took the day off. Usually he lets me know though. So yeah, evidently I might have some time between now and
oh, that's weird.
Mead, so I don't know what the hell to do with myself. I might actually I don't know, watch some porn or something.
Whoa, hey now. I didn't need to know that. I do know this. I sent in the private chat. Probably. I sent you the link to the scorecard. And for those of you, Mecha J, did you get my super chat? Ooh, I better look. I'm sorry if I didn't. Mecha J will get
scorecard
right.
For what?
For Hollywood. Hollywood got a scorecard.
What?
Did I not get it, Mecha J? I'm pretty sure I did. Let's see. Alf sent me
Box office report card grading Disney, Paramount, and other major studios in 2022. They all failed. Actually, they really failed.
Yeah, F's in the chat for
got the best movie, I guess.
Mecha J, I don't think I missed it.
Why did they give Father Stu a low, jerks?
Probably because it didn't make any money.
The second release, yeah, they didn't talk about the first time when it did.
I don't know. You should do Mead Radio. That's what everybody wants you to do.
Oh, later maybe. We'll see.
All right, I'm gonna scroll all the way through Mecha J. I think I got it though. Mecha J. I didn't. My goodness. Thank you, Mecha J, for $5. Man, I apologize. James Cameron has apparently cut out 10 minutes of Avatar 2 gun violence because it made his stomach sick. Don't want to fetishize guns anymore. That's where is that Deadline or Variety or somewhere? God.
Which one? Apparently cut out 10 minutes of Avatar gun violence because it made his stomach sick. I don't want to bitch. Yeah, he's a fucking soy cuck bitch.
What happened to James, man? What happened to him? How are you going to reboot Terminator if you're an alien if you don't like guns? How?
We've lost him. That's what it is. We've lost him.
Was it Variety? All right, I'll grab that and go through it. Thanks, Mecha J. Maybe we'll talk about that on Midnight's Edge After Dark tonight. God, that's crazy. Terminator with nunchuck. That would be awesome.
I'll watch that.
I would watch that for sure. James Caserta. The whole movie makes me sick.
The Chuckinator.
Yeah, his testes have truly shrunk. That's correct. Walkie-talkies. All right, you need to go over there and put a headlock on that guy. Yeah, what a sad guy. Yeah. Linda Hamilton in the divorce took his balls along with half his money. Yes.
Well, he's only cheated on what, like 5 wives?
Yeah, he's not he doesn't have a lot of fidelity. Krampus Jeebus says, I have to record some unboxings. I love unboxings. I love them. I can't wait to watch Tom unwrap some turtle stuff.
Maybe that's what I'll do if Mr. H ain't gonna have a show. Maybe I'll try and. So I got myself one of these little kits. Now I do have a little tripod thing for my phone.
Tom, if I start doing stop action stuff for fun every once in a while, like I'm definitely doing Andre the Christmas Viking. I'm definitely doing it. Okay. So if I start doing stop action stuff, are you going to do stop action stuff with me?
I could try.
That'd be fun, right?
I don't know if I have the ability. I'd have to maybe buy a camera that can do it, but
okay.
I haven't had one that can do it since my old DV cam days. I mean, do they have an app for your phone, maybe?
I think you can. Yeah, I think there's an app for Andre the Christmas Viking.
First, we got to have him narrate it, of course.
Right.
So we got to write it all out like a children's story. So.
Right. Okay, here I was. I can't do Andre. You do a better Andre.
There is so many Christmas traditions, but the one that the Norwegians have, that is what I'm going to tell you about in this tale. It takes place on the night before the night of Christmas Eve. In it, the man of the house will drink a beer and take a mushroom. When he is fully tripping balls, he then takes to a steed naked and drives the steed through the night to find the perfect Christmas tree. He will know it when it glows. Some days it could take years to find the perfect tree. Then you drag it back to your family and you eat the stag.
Yeah, Toro, I'm with you. I'm with you. And we'll get Joker Voice to do some of the other voices. Maybe a couple other of our vocal talents like Corey, the good voice guy. We'll have some fun. But I think some stop action. We'll
it
make
is quite cold, but the stag does keep your giblets warm.
We'll make our own Christmas titles. Andre's tripping balls on a reindeer. I want Nunchuckosaurus. Nunchucks, the old world precursor to male weapons. Yeah. Small weapons. Yeah. Perfection, indeed. Y3 man. You are not talking about Conan, so this imitation lacks heart. All right. Well, I think Tom and I have a project for the next comics division Christmas special for next year. One of many, or maybe we'll put that on Midnight's Edge. That'd be fun.
Why not both?
Why not both?
That's why I look at it.
Yeah, I can't wait to expand our Christmas album.
Christmas comes but once a year, so you gotta take advantage of that shit while you can.
We're gonna have to. All right, everybody. Seriously, we're gonna dip out of here.
Yes, and it looks like Mr. H took the day off. So for those who may be wondering, so I will see y'all hopefully in about 2 hours or so.
Sounds good. And I'll try to drop in, Tom. I promise. So
you lie.
On that note. Wait, I can't do that. With that. I don't have
time for Culture's obnoxiously loud music.
I need dinosaurs in the rain. Dinosaurs in the rain.
Dino can't make his bed. T-Rex got little hands. Can't make his fucking bed. Can't pick up his own garbage. Can't pick up his own pants. Yeah, he has no pants. He's a little T-Rex hands.
Have a great day, everybody.
Life must suck for T-Rex, man.
It's not good. Be sure to take care of yourself, take care of others, wash your hands, of course, because it's good hygiene. And until next time, here's the credits.
Well, that was Culture's show. You can't stay here, it's time to go. You don't have to go home. And you can go and bone. That's right. I haven't written lyrics for this part yet. But when I do, you'll be the first to hear them. That's right.
Oh, yeah. This is unbelievable. I hope you think that we made it great. And thank you for watching the Tuesday Tirade. Tuesday Tirade.